Hi everyone, Ken here, and for my training video I decided to show you guys how to make my version of Spanish rice. The video will serve two purposes, one for my college as well as one for my family. They'll be able to actually go onto YouTube and see how I make this because they call me a lot asking me how to make this, so now they'll know. But what you need for my rice is you're going to need whatever kind of rice you like. I prefer jasmine or basmati, but you can use just the regular long grain rice. It needs to be not cooked. You're going to need some chicken broth. And for every cup of rice you cook, you're going to need 1.5 cups of the chicken broth. And I'm cooking 2 cups of rice, and so you need 3 cups of chicken broth. You're also going to need some bell pepper, 1 bell pepper chopped up into little pieces, which I've already done here, and about 1/4 of a medium red onion, chopped up into little pieces, which I've done here. You'll also need a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, some cayenne, and then I like to buy the Sazón Goya spice mix. You can find it in the Mexican or Asian food area of your supermarket usually. And for every cup of rice you cook, you need 1 of these little packets. I'm cooking 2, so I have 2 packets here. You're going to need probably an apron. So a little bit of oil is going to get splashed, which you need. I always use a wood spoon. And of course, you're going to have a saucepan with a lid. And so I put about 2 tablespoons of oil in the pan, and you're going to heat it up on medium-high heat till the oil is pretty hot. And then you're going to put your onions in it. After you add your onions, you're going to add the bell pepper, and you're going to cook it for about 1 minute. Alright, my oil is pretty warm right now, so what I'm going to do then is I'm going to add the onions. I'll let them cook for just a moment. And stir it with your stick so they don't stick or burn to the bottom. What the onions do is they flavor the oil just a little bit because you're going to want that flavoring to really get into the rice. Once again, medium-high heat. Once the onions cook for about 30 seconds, you're going to go ahead and add the bell peppers. You're going to stir those in. Remember, this stuff doesn't have to cook all the way because you're going to be cooking the rice with it. And so they'll actually soften up a little bit. Then I always add a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, a couple dashes of pepper. And I like my food spicy, so I'm going to put a little cayenne in there. And then because I'm cooking 2 cups of rice, you'll put 2 cups of the or 2 packages of the Sazón Goya in there. And then you're going to mix it all together. It has an orange color and consistency. Once you mix that together really nice, you're going to add your 2 cups of rice. And you're going to stir that just to heat the rice up for just a moment and cover the rice with the coloring and the flavors of the onion, the oil, and the Sazón Goya with your spices. Your rice is going to appear yellow. It's going to be a little sticky on the bottom. That's okay. And what you're going to do is you're going to add your 3 cups of chicken broth. You're going to stir that in. Make sure you get all the rice down inside the pan, underneath the water level. And you're going to heat the water up for just a minute. And then once the pan, the water, and the chicken broth comes to a boil, what you're going to do is you're going to cover the pan, and you're going to set the timer for 20 minutes and turn the heat down to low so it just simmers for 20 minutes. Okay, so my chicken broth has actually started to just get to the boil, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover my pan. I'm going to leave it on the burner. You're going to turn the heat down to simmer, depending on the temperature of your stove. And then you're going to set your kitchen timer well, depending on the rice, it's between 15 to 20 minutes. It's okay if you cook the rice just a little bit longer, but I generally do about 18 to 20 minutes. I'll see you when it's done. Hi everyone, it's just been 20 minutes and I let it actually sit there for just another 2 minutes just to cool off a little bit. I haven't actually opened it yet. That's kind of key. Once you start the rice and you put the lid on it, start your 20 minutes, you probably don't want to pick up the lid because that steam is what's really important to making rice. So, here goes. It looks really good. So, I'm not sure you can see in there, but there's a nice orange color to the consistency. And what you'll do is you'll just grab any kind of spoon that's safe for your pans. And I usually mix it up a little bit, give the chance for the steam to rise off of it. And then put a little bit on your plate and you'll have my version of Spanish rice, and you'll enjoy the smell and you'll enjoy the flavor. Thanks guys, have a great night.